Rex on the road in the studio today from McCreary's Home Furnishings, and I've been reading about this for the last year, and it's throwing axes, right?
Throwing axes.
Yeah. And to me, I mean, I grew up in Northern California, have family from Oregon, no lumberjacks, and that sounds like fun, throwing axes. So tell us about Smart Axe.
It really is. It's one of the fastest growing sports in America right now.
Right.
May 2018, I was in New York City, and a buddy of mine asked me if I wanted to go drink some beers and throw some axes. And I said,
wow,
are you kidding? You can do that?
Right.
And I did it, and I came back to Sacramento. I started doing a little research. There were only 5 axe throwing venues in the United States west of the Mississippi.
Wow.
And I thought that I had so much fun doing it. I thought this is something that that we need to set up. And we opened in August of 2019 in Rancho Cordova with our first location. And when we opened that location, there were over 200 that had opened in the United States. So,
wow. So you guys beat the rush.
Yeah, well, we were right in the middle of it. We we opened in August, and we got our beer and wine license the following March 13th to be exact.
Wow.
And then everybody knows what happened on March 15th. The world shut down.
It sure did.
Yeah.
It sure did. Yeah. So I seen you guys opened up the location in Rancho Cordova. You now have a location in historic Folsom.
Yep. Beautiful location right on Sutter Street.
Yeah. What a great location for something like that.
Yeah. We're actually connected to one of my partners owns Escape Folsom. It's an Escape. It's full bar, full restaurant, and we'll be serving full bar and food up in that up on the Sutter Street location in the next week.
Oh wow! Well, hey, that's great. Folks are all looking for something to do. And,
they are.
And you can throw an axe and still be socially distant.
You
right?
can. Yeah. All of our targets are they're 6 feet apart. So
great. And what kind of axe is it that you're throwing?
It's a hatchet. There's we're affiliated with the World Axe Throwing League, the WATL, and they have certain target specifications and axe specifications. We use at our locations a cold steel. It's about 1.5 pound axe head. 16-inch handle, so it's more like a hatchet than a full length.
Right. That's what I was thinking, because a full axe would be
I mean it's wielding and interesting enough. In World Axe Throwing League tournaments, they just passed a new rule that in overtime, if there is a tie in a match, they bring out the big axes, and you have to settle the score, the overtime, with a full size, large, 3 foot axe. So it's getting interesting. The sport is really getting popular. It's on ESPN.
Right.
I just watched the finals on ESPN, and it's getting so popular, and people are getting so good at axe throwing that just in the last 2 years, they've made significant changes to the target itself. The bullseye has actually gone from 5 inches around to 2 inches around.
Oh wow!
We have these kill shots. There are special shots up in the corners of the target. They've gone from 3.5 inches around to 2 inches around. So they're making it more difficult, and it's become a much more skill sport.
And as you were talking there, ESPN, I remember when I was growing up, they'd have like the lumberjack games. They would show folks running on the log and
climbing the tree and chainsawing.
And now all of a sudden, axe throwing is growing very, very quickly.
It is. It is really, and even in the Sacramento area, they'll be. We have 3 other locations under construction right now. We've got one in Davis. We've got probably open in 6 weeks. We've got one in Modesto. And then Roseville. We're opening up our 5th location in Roseville. And in addition to that, I mean, there's probably 3 or 4 competitors that we have that have all. They're bullish enough on the sport that seeing that Smart Axe is in town and we're opening up 5 locations, they still want to open some more locations. So it's we encourage, we want the sport to get popular. We want everybody to do it. We have leagues.
I saw that too. Much like bowling leagues or something like that. So for somebody who's never thrown an axe before or been to Smart Axe, tell us. How do you go in? What do you do? What's it like?
So in you can make reservations like you would do, like go to a bowling alley, reserve a lane. That's the most recommended way, just to ensure that you've got a spot when you come down. We also take walk-ins. During the week, it's a lot easier to walk in. Folsom, our location on Sutter Street, Folsom is more of a tourist area, so we have a shorter time frame option there. You can throw for 30 minutes. In Rancho, it's a 75-minute session. But a lot of people just like to poke their head in and they say, hey, we want to try this. So we offered up a 30-minute walk-in session in Folsom. But I'd say definitely go online, reserve your lanes.
And your website is?
It's excuse me, my other job. It's www.thesmartaxe.com.
Thesmartaxe.com. Okay. And is there anything, if I'm going to go and throw an axe, is there any special kind of clothes I need to wear or anything like that?
Yeah, you need to have closed-toed shoes. We don't want any, anybody dropping an axe on their toe. A loose shirt, loose-fitting shirt, so that's not too constraining tight. But that's about it.
Okay. So, come as you are pretty much.
Yeah, and we've got 100% success rate. Every person that's been to the Smart Axe has been able to get the axe to stick in the target. So
really,
at least once.
So I could probably even do it. Yeah. That's what you're saying.
We did have one rider. I take that back. We had one rider when we first opened up. Who came out, did some publicity for us, and she wasn't able to do it. I've invited her back. But I think my skill set now and my teaching ability, I could get her to stick.
It might be the teacher. It might be the guy that was teaching her. So I don't know if we can blame her.
It definitely was. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun to me. You get out there with a group of friends or family, and much like bowling or any other sport kind of like that.
Your competitive juices, if that's what you need, it will get satisfied at the Smart Axe. We've got, we'll set you up with, when you come in, we give you a little safety orientation first, because safety is the most important thing. You are throwing a pound and a half sharp metal object 12 feet through the air. So safety first. Then we give everybody a little target orientation. We give them a couple of ideas of games that they can play. Different ones. A lot of the games are similar to the games you would play in darts. And then we give you a throwing demonstration lesson, and to make sure that everybody's getting the hang of it.
And then you're on your way, and you're playing your game with your friends, your family, and
exactly.
And so you guys have leagues, much like bowling leagues and stuff. How do folks go about signing up for that?
Just go to our website, and we've got a little link on there. It says when the next league's going to start in each location, and we typically the first 32 people to sign up, we start the league, and the league is we have a little of our own variation on the World Axe Throwing League play. We have a handicapped league, so we make your handicap so everybody's competitive. From the most novice beginner throwers to our expert throwers down there. Just based on your experience and how you score on average, you're competitive with the person that you're playing.
So kind of like golf.
Exactly
where
like
you have
golf.
A handicap.
Exactly
so
like
you
golf.
can play with that great golfer and you're not all that great.
Yep. In fact, we've had 3 or 4 seasons that we've completed thus far, and every one of the finals has always been what we would call a 16 seed and a 1 seed in the final. So it's always typically like the worst thrower we have and the best thrower we have. So it just everybody's competitive.
Well, that makes it fun for everybody, because you're going out there to have some fun. You want to be competitive. Beat your dad, beat your brother, beat your best friend. But at the same point in time, you don't want them feeling so bad. You don't want to do it again.
Exactly. Everybody has a good time, and basically it's an 8-week league. It costs $100.
Oh wow.
So it's less than $20 a week. You get 4 matches. It's basically 2 hours of throwing though, because we always have empty bins. People are practicing. You get 4 matches a night, and then the first 7 weeks are basically everybody building their win-loss ratio, and then building your handicap, so that when we go into week 8, it's a double elimination 16-seed tournament, and everybody has a great time.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. And do you find that the first time somebody walks through the door, obviously they haven't done it before, they haven't thrown an axe before, to me it seems like it would be addictive.
It really is. It's cathartic. It's addictive. We get a lot of people, because there's some crazy videos out there of people throwing axes, and the axes bouncing back over their heads and stuff. And people come in, they're like, "Yeah, I didn't want to come because I was scared."
Right.
And you know, we don't use rubber handled axes at our location. We use wood handled axes.
Okay.
We don't have rubber mats underneath our targets. I think we're the only axe venue that I've seen where we actually use wood shavings. We shred all of our old targets. We throw them through the wood chipper, and we use wood shavings under our targets. So we get if and it's a finesse sport. If you're throwing the axe that hard where it's bouncing back, you know, we will tell you to lighten up a little bit on throwing it. Shouldn't be bouncing back on you.
Right.
So we haven't had any incidents at all.
And what's the age? I mean, the little kids obviously probably can't really pick up the axe, but I mean, what's the age group you're seeing come through the play?
Anybody 12 and older can throw. We've had 12-year-olds we had an old lady, a 99-year-old lady who came in and threw on her 99th birthday.
Now, how heavy is the axe?
It's a pound and a half.
Oh, wow. So it's not that heavy
pound
at
and a
all.
half. No.
Okay, because I was thinking, wow, maybe you have to have some arm strength to hold
Yeah,
that
you know, we teach people to throw with two hands overhead initially.
Okay, so like this,
so if you don't have a lot of wrist strength, you know, you can still kind of hold that pound and a half axe and get a good rotation on it.
Right.
A lot of people go to one hand to throw after that. And we've got a couple of trick shots, some underhand throws and stuff we'll teach you to do. Also.
Okay, already doing the trick shots.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that. So, what's the busiest nights for you guys?
Oh, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay,
we're pretty packed. Yeah, I'd highly recommend making a reservation if you're coming in on one of those days. Monday nights are league night in Rancho. You can pretty much walk in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Midweek is pretty open.
Yeah, and we're open during the week. We're open from 4:30. Last reservations at 9:00, Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sundays we open up at noon.
Okay,
last
great.
reservations.
And what's your website? Folks can check it out.
www.thesmartaxe with an .com.
And then you guys also have a Facebook page?
Yep. We're Smart Axe and Facebook and Instagram, and we also post all the information about our leagues and special opening dates and specials and such.
And so we got Rancho Cordova right now, and that's on what, Zinfandel?
It's on Sunrise and Trade Center.
Okay, Sunrise and Trade Center, and then you just opened
Folsom
on
Sutter Street, Old Town in Folsom. We've got Davis will be open in 6 weeks. Modesto will be open in 6 weeks. And then we're out in Roseville right next to Topgolf. That should be within 6 months.
Okay. Well, hey, great. Yeah. The Smart Axe, you can go play in Folsom or Rancho Cordova right now. And maybe they're moving into your neighborhood there with all the locations.
The most important thing I forgot, we also have a mobile trailer.
Oh, wow.
We've got a 2-target mobile trailer that we'll bring out. Just look up on our website. We'll give you all the information. But for birthday parties and company picnics.
Yeah, I was just going to say, great for company bonding or whatever.
It's very popular.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Bringing out the trailer and play it right there in the parking lot, right? Yeah, throw an axe.
Yeah.
It's the Smart Axe, Rancho Cordova, Folsom right now. Yeah. Roseville will be soon. Davis will be soon. Modesto will be soon. So look for the great axe in your neighborhood. Doug, thanks so much for dropping by.
Thank you. Appreciate it.